Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Chilling in the backyard, as usual. This is where I hang out at. So, fighting the bugs off. I'm gonna have to do that. Listen, how y'all doing? Check in, check in, check in, check in, check in, check in. Where y'all from? Where you from? Where you at? I was supposed to be on here earlier tonight at about 10 o'clock, but my barber kind of screwed me up, messed me all up. Went to go get my haircut at 8:30, like I always do on Thursday night for the last, I don't know how many years. Before you know it, some other guy sitting in the chair. Other guy sitting in the chair. Me and my son goes in there to get the haircut. Before you know it, I'm in the chair. He's in the chair, 9 something. So I'm sitting there looking crazy, pissed off to the highest of pistivity, upset, highly upset, because I couldn't get my regular haircut. Guy in the front of me is not the guy who's in the front of me every week. You know, see, I go back to when the getting the haircut at night started. I used to get the haircut at my house. Then Milk said she'll leave the barbershop open so that you can cut Luke hair in the shop. So my barber obviously got big time, got his own shop, cutting hair at night. Seemed like everybody want to get their hair cut at the same time. I'm getting mine cut at night. So my time get moved back. All the way to 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes 12 and 1. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? So no haircut for me tonight. Because I'm fucking pissed off. Pissed off. I had to go take a breather. Then I got Junior. Junior got his haircut. Blake got his, not me. What's up, y'all? So much of my barber experience, lack thereof, haircut. Y'all check in. Let me know where y'all at. Where y'all from? Where y'all from? Tell me where y'all from. What's up, Monica Teller? How you doing, Monica Teller? I see you on here, Monica. You gonna send me some stars? Listen, Monica, I don't even know what this stars thing is all about. Somebody hooked this shit up on my Facebook, and Facebook is bananas. Tuskegee, Alabama. Hey, boy, when I rode through Tuskegee, Alabama. What's up, Detroit? What's up, Duval? Milwaukee in the building. Y'all gonna pull it out, Milwaukee, Miramar, Florida. That's where I'm at right now, Miramar, Florida. Hey, yeah. Detroit, I see you, Detroit. South, Australia. Wow. We got the Australians in here, baby. Y'all gonna win some gold medals. I'm gonna talk about a couple things tonight. I'm gonna talk about these protesters, and I'm gonna talk about the young lady who was banned out of the Olympics. I know I'm a little late. Like I say, the barber screwed me all up, but better late than never. I didn't want to do this tomorrow night because it's Friday night. I know I didn't want to interrupt y'all getting drunk and y'all happy hour and all that. So I was trying to be courteous to that. I normally go on Wednesday night, but they had NBA Finals on Wednesday night. And then when they have it on Sunday, you know, I just know I don't like to infringe on people things that they got to do. Is everybody watching the finals? No. What's up, Richmond, Virginia? I see you up in here. Boy, it's a lot of Wisconsins up in here, baby. I don't see no Arizonas. I think I might have to switch teams and say, forget about Chris Paul and going on over to go to Milwaukee. I was actually supposed to be in Chicago tomorrow, but they postponed my date to another date. Columbus. Is that Columbus, Ohio? Is that Columbus, Ohio? Baltimore. Got to be more careful. Miami Lakes in the building. I see y'all, Miami Lakes. Hey, listen, it's a lot of y'all from all over the place. As you can see, I love it. I love getting on here because I get an opportunity to talk to everybody from all over the country. Mississippi. Is that Jackson, Mississippi up here? Make sure y'all come down Jackson, Mississippi for the big Florida A&M Classic. Quincy, Florida, I see you. I know Quincy gonna be here. Florida A&M Classic, the big classic game, Florida A&M versus no other than Jackson State, Deion Sanders. First real game in the first real season. I see you, Alabama. Y'all up in this piece. Yeah, home of Muhammad Ali. That means you are from Louisville, Kentucky. Yes. Kansas City, Missouri. I see y'all, KC. GA in the building. Georgia, not too many Georgia people out here tonight. Pennsylvania. But let's talk about it right now. I'm happy y'all in here. Perrine, Memphis. I'm in the backyard. This is my backyard, by the way. Y'all can't see too much. Not enough light going on back there. I got all these fucking bugs. You can only imagine how many bugs. To do this out here, I'm fighting the damn elements. I got all kind of shit going on here trying to control these fucking bugs. So let's talk about it. The protests. We'll take that first. Now, here in Miami, and the rest of the world is watching the protests, right? And, the Cuban protests, if you've been living up in Iraq, the Cubans are protesting. They want freedom in their country. They're protesting in Cuba. And in Miami, they're protesting. They're blocking off the highways, protesting down the street, doing everything that you normally would do in a protest, which is rightfully so to do. So the world is watching this as the Cubans in Cuba protest, as well as the Cubans in Miami protesting. Now, the difference is the governor of Florida created a new law maybe a month ago, or maybe less than that. And he said basically for protesters, which in my opinion is a violation of the Constitution, that if you protest and you block up the highway, the police officer's job is to lock you up, and they have the right to use deadly force because you're actually blocking the highway for protesters. So they signed the bill in law, and it couldn't have been signed without Republicans. And we know most Latinos are Republicans, especially in this town. So this bill was signed in law. And most people would say because of systemic racism in us as African Americans, along with Hispanics, along with Jewish people, along with white people, along with everybody, protest because of the George Floyd situation and all of these other cases. People have been protesting all around the world, along with protesting in Miami. And so our governor decided to create a law that he wanted to stop the protesting. He wanted the police officers to go in and beat the people down, use deadly force, lock their ass up, mainly black people. So and see how God works, and I always look at everything from a biblical standpoint. See how God works. He noticed, man, put this in law. And I ain't trying to get holy on y'all tonight, but I just be thinking a lot of this stuff has to do with exposure. And the man upstairs is exposing a lot of wrong shit that white people and all different types of people have done to African Americans when it comes from the COVID vaccine, knowledge of the vaccine. If black people wasn't getting it, black people were getting beaten and killed by the police. They said, okay, you killing the guys who so-called criminals, but then now God sacrifices a young lady in her house, minding her own business, with a no-knock warrant, goes in there and shoot and kill her. And if that ain't enough, you choke a man to death in broad daylight. If that ain't enough, you take a military guy with a military uniform, beat the dog shit out of him, make him like a little bitch. So all these things, I just really think is biblical for African Americans to at some point stand the fuck up. I support protesting. I support the Hispanics. I support the Cubans for protesting for their country. Yes, you can block the fucking highway off. Yes, I fully support my Cuban friends and brothers because they want their country to be free. They want to go back to their country. I don't know one Cuban that don't have family members in Cuba that they want to be able to freely go see those people, freely send money over there to those people. And at the same time, these people in this country, because of now the world is so open, everybody's social media, it ain't like they closed off like in the 60s where they knew nothing. No, they want to be a free country. They want to be a democratic society. So if the people want that, then I feel like the government of Cuba should allow that to happen. And I feel like it is right that they could block the streets off, they could protest, they could voice their opinion, and that is what it's all about. Way, no different protested. But this sick governor that we have, and that's how I say, this sick governor goes and put into law. And see, that's how God works. He thought it was just all about black people protesting. Now his base of Cuban Republicans who normally support him, and that is the reason why he told the police don't do shit. Matter of fact, you block Florida Highway Patrol, block the highway off for them. Total contradiction. So it's not, I want people to understand this. It's not about blacks versus Cubans. No, don't get that shit twisted. Don't say that, oh yeah, they get preferential treatment. Oh, it's a double standards. No, it's one standards. You have the right under the Constitution to protest. No, it's the government. It's your governor who's putting people against each other. It is your mayor who's putting people against each other. It is your police chief who's putting people against each other because they are the government. Them being the government, they get to choose how they enforce the law. They get to choose how they enforce the law. So your chief of police, your mayors, your government, your governor, and every other politician, including the black ones too, because they should be fucking outraged. Because they did not treat black people the same way that they're treating Hispanic people. And it's not, again, it's not a Cuban versus black. It's the government. It's the police chiefs. It's the goddamn mayors. It's the goddamn governor. Because all I know is they ran them kids up and down Bicentennial Park with them police cars, drugged them down. At the American Airlines Arena, they brought out the fucking tanks. You have to disperse right now. You are blocking up the streets. Florida code number 00, whatever the fuck the number is. And if you don't get out the way, you will be subject to arrest. That's what they did here in Miami when we was protesting George Floyd. That is what the police chief ordered his police officers to do. Tell black, brown, white, green, purple people that you will be subjected to being arrested at a peaceful protest. So it's not the people. We ain't going to allow them to continue putting us against each other. No, the Cuban people are supposed to protest. And the black people are supposed to protest too. This sick-ass governor and every swinging dick who fucking signed that goddamn, who voted for that new law, who stood behind him, should be ashamed of themselves. Now it's getting political because it's not black people. It is not black people out there who recreated the law like all these other fucking laws. It's not black people out there protesting, blocking up the highway. No, it's Cuban people. Your constituents, Mr. Governor. Your constituents. And you get on the fucking news with some old bullshit ass answer. We created this law, and it's clear. You read the law, it's fucking clear. You block the highway, police officers use deadly force. And your ass is going to jail, according to Florida law. Oh, now it's up to different municipalities to enforce whatever laws that they want to enforce. Fast forward to us protesting George Floyd. I'm not even going to call it a Black Lives Matter because I don't even know who the fuck Black Lives Matter is. I don't know what that is. We're protesting systemic racism. Yes, there are some assholes at night start looting and burning up shit, supposed to go to jail. No question about it. I agree with all that. Peaceful protest down the fucking street, blocking off broad daylight. So the governor, I want to create a new fucking law to stop that. It's not the people. Let's not have the people go against each other. Let's not fight each other on this issue. Let's fight the government, the establishment, the people who voted for this law, the people who put this shit in place, and this fucking governor. And you need to look at your government also. You need to look at your mayors. You need to look at your police chiefs. You need to look at all these motherfuckers because they did not handle these black and brown people the same way that they're handling the Cubans. Not doing it. And it's appalling. It's absolutely disgusting. So don't put people, they want people to go against each other. No, I don't know one black person who don't support Cubans and the right to be free in their country. I don't know one. I'm for that. Matter of fact, we should be out there fucking protesting with them. We should be out there protesting with them. No question about it. I fully support them blocking the fucking highway off. You should have heard the governor when he signed the shit in the bill. People are coming home from work and they don't want to be stuck in traffic because these people are blocking the highway off, and the police officers in law can use deadly force. That means you can run the people off the highway. You can run their ass down. Different municipalities, they now it's flipped because his constituents is out there protesting. People who voted for him. It's out there vote. It's out there now. Now that's what God works like this. So I really truly believe it's really God saying, black people, come together, work together, stand the fuck up, get some of these fake ass Negroes out of y'all goddamn, out of y'all business. Any black politician right now, any black, so-called black leader in your community, if your community ain't doing good, they should be fired. You got the same old people. Like, I almost threw up when I saw Al Sharpton. When I saw Al Sharpton sitting up there with Biden, I almost threw up. Him and all the rest of them people, Man, y'all failed us. Al Sharpton and the rest of that shit failed us. They failed us. Black people ain't doing shit in this country. They failed us. They sell us all these bullshit ass dreams and all this I have a dream shit. The dream ain't came through yet. They failed us, all black politicians, black so-called leaders, anybody that rubbed shoulders with the goddamn government, they just greasing their own pockets. That's all they doing. They go run the George Floyd family and they standing up there, we're here supporting George. They doing the funerals and shit. That shit be making me, I don't be looking at that shit. Fake ass. They send them Negroes in there to take control of the situation and selling people some bullshit and then continue the suffocation of African Americans. They ain't did nothing for education. They ain't did nothing to have a black man be put in a better situation. They ain't did nothing for uplifting black people. They ain't did nothing for reparation. And they old ass still running around here rubbing shoulders with the government, with the fucking president. When the president did say, I'm gonna sit down with Ice Cube once I win. I want to hear your black plan. And all y'all jumped on Ice Cube because he said he want to hear this shit from anybody. What have y'all got done? What have anybody done for us? Well, we 200 and some days in, it's almost been about another election. They get ready to beg us for the fucking vote again. They get ready to send all the Negroes in, the so-called community leaders into the neighborhood right now again. That's a whole nother subject. So I'm pissed off with all of them. And Luke, you voted for him. Yeah, I voted for Biden. No question about it. I voted for Biden because I like Kamala Harris. She's the vice president. She can do shit. He control the shit. But they do it to us all the time. Y'all voted for Mayor Carver. She control the police. Rustle the black people down who's protesting down the street. Rustle them down, throw them down the ground. Hey, governor, nobody opposed the governor in his law, his violation of the Constitution. Freedom to protest. Free speech. You talking about communists. You talking about fucking communists. We live in a democratic society and this idiot, but it goes to show you. It goes to show you. We sit right here, let him sign that bill into law. And it was designed to stop white people, but watch how God worked. Now we got the Cubans out there protesting. My brothers and sisters, I love it. Everybody should have the right to protest. The Asians want to protest and block the fucking highway up, fine. What you protesting for, Asian? Let's go. Protesting for people violating your rights. No problem, I'm okay with that. I'm a defender of the Constitution because I am the only nigga that you probably know or ever met that did what? Go to the Supreme Court to fight for free speech. So I'm for Cubans blocking the shit, but Cuban people and black people do not let this don't let the government tear us apart again because the police chief choose to selectively enforce the law against black people. What the fuck is his name? That's why everybody like, oh, the police chief. He's a good friend of the community. Fuck him. Fuck him. Oh, the mayor. She's a friend of the community. I see they showing y'all who really friends. They showing y'all their ass right now because when the shoe is on the other foot, they're looking at, oh, well, Cubans vote at 100%. They represent 20% of the electric here in Miami. So you fuck around with them, you're gonna lose the race. If you go try to lock them up and the governor, oh, I need that vote there because shit, if I go fuck with them, if I tell the highway patrol and then now you got the mayors and all them, if I go fuck with these people, shit, I'm gonna lose the election. So you just put a law into place. Now some dumbass, watch how this shit work. Some dumbass police, racist pig, is gonna shoot a black person, and we're gonna go out there and protest. We're gonna block the fucking highway up. And then you're gonna see what they're really made of. You're gonna see how they put the spin on it. Spin. You're gonna see the governor put the spin. Well, they're gonna go find somebody, because in the black community, how we set up, is always shooting going on. You're gonna have a shooting that went on in the regular hot spot in the neighborhood where they protesting at, and they're gonna blame. They're gonna say they shooting and they rioting and they looting and they shooting people up and all that there. And see, it's not a peaceful protest. It's not like how the Cubans was doing. The black people are shooting and killing and all that bullshit. That's how they're gonna change the narrative, because they control the news. They control the fucking news. They control the news. The news and the police have a relationship. Let me break this down for you. The news networks get scoops from the police department. They have a whole department within the police department, works as a PR department and spokespeople, not that person you just see on the news. They have a relationship. They have luncheons and shit, because they want to control the fucking narrative. It should be against the law for the damn fucking news media to be sitting there with the police department liaison to control the narrative of what goes on in the community. See, that's the shit y'all don't know. Y'all be wondering where the leaks come from. They go up in there and they tell them, oh, I'm gonna tell you, we going to arrest Luke. And the news know that they're going to arrest Luke before the shit even hit the fan. It's because they gave him a scoop. So when they gave him the scoop, oh, you're my friend. One hand washes the other. That's how it works. So they give a scoop. They give you the inside. Oh, you ever thought the people come out of the jailhouse and they got the camera on the people coming out of the jail? Who you think tell the news when the motherfucker coming out the jailhouse? Who you think they're telling the news when the people? It's the police. They're gonna give them scoops all day so they can control the narrative. So the media, and that's why my good friend Glenna Milberg, I say, Glenna Milberg, let me ask you something, sweetheart. Glenna Milberg, big political reporter on WPLG Channel 10. I say, Glenna. And same thing with Glenna, my good friend. Glenna got on Twitter. It's disgusting that they would be blocking the road up when the black people were protesting. It is so disgusting that they be blocking the road up. People are going home from work and people are blocking the road. It's sickening. I say, Glenna, they got the right to protest. What ended up happening? I put on Twitter the first day, hey, Glenna, and all the rest of y'all who was shooting the black people in the face for protesting, what y'all gonna do now? What the fuck y'all gonna do right now? Hey, baby, now the shoe's on the other foot. So what I say? What happens? This is shit we're dealing with. But we put this in perspective, right? God is exposing everything that they do to black people, and he's giving you the ammunition to come together. God is giving black people the ammunition to come together. If you believe in God, if you don't believe in nothing, all of these different things that are happening to us, all these contradictions, all these selective enforcement is telling you. This shit is telling us, niggas come together. Either y'all come together right now or y'all gonna lose it. Come together right now or you're going to lose it. Stop with the bickering amongst each other. Stop with the black, the light skin, the dark skin. Stop with the bullshit. Stop getting caught up. Do your thing on Instagram. Do your thing on Facebook. Do your thing on social media. If you want to look cute, you want to put the filters on, the makeup and all that shit on, you want to date multiple people, but at the end of the day, have some decency in yourself to be about us as a people and not just when the police officer kills an innocent black man. That's the only time we come together, and that is so fucking sickening. We should be coming together on affordable housing. We should be coming together on how they fucking discriminate with the FICA score. We should be coming together on medical marijuana and how do we allow them to come to our community and sell fucking weed and put our weed dudes out of business. And now that they legalize the shit, we should be coming together on fucking black contracting, not the minority shit. Fuck minority, because minority means all them. We should be coming together on education. We got the worst fucking education in the fucking world. We're allowing them to test our kids. And when our kids leave school, everybody want to know what they having all these seminars with these bougie ass Negroes talking about, oh, we're talking about black people killing each other. We're talking about black kids killing each other. What's happening? You don't know, because you're too bougie to go in the fucking neighborhood. You're too bougie to go in the neighborhood. You're too bougie to even talk to black people. You ain't never been in the hood since you was born in the hood and you went to college and you ain't never been back to the hood. You ride by the fucking hood on the highway. But all of a sudden, you got an opinion as to how to stop crime. You don't even know what the fuck is going on with these kids and what's going on in their mind and why they're at a place where they're at right now, where they go and pick up a gun and go kill some other people at a fucking party. It sickens me when these Negroes with these fucking suits on go talk to the goddamn mayor and the powers that be. All they doing is just circling the bullshit. Get them a check to shut the fuck up. Hush money. Hush money. Hush money. They were so happy the shit happened to the people over there at, on Miami Beach, Surfside. They were like, thank you, Jesus. Surfside. Because we can't. This shooting and killing shit was out of control and we don't have any solutions to the problem. Shooting and killing is going on in every city in America. If shooting and killing going on in your city, in the black community, put a, let me know what city you're from. If you got shooting and killing, say, yes, we have shooting and killing in our city. Let me see the comments. This shit ain't just in Miami. It ain't just in Chicago. They want you to believe it's in Chicago, it's in Miami, and that's it. No, this shit is going on everywhere because it is by design. You want to call me a conspiracy theorist? Philly, Chicago, Palm Beach, Virginia, Detroit, Quincy, Florida, Duval. It's the same shit. And it's only in the black community. Ain't no motherfucker shooting and killing out here where I live at. But I can tell you, goddamn it, they shooting and killing them. Look at that, Columbus, Georgia. Look at all these places, people. Look at all these places. They're shooting and killing all these places. How ironic that everybody is on here posting the shooting and killing of African Americans in their city. Look at this shit right here. I'm just looking at all the fucking comments. Albany, Georgia. Jackson, Mississippi. These are black neighborhoods. My son played baseball with predominantly white people. They walk around the park. They ain't got to worry about nobody shooting and killing in there. Ain't nobody shooting and killing no white parties up and shit. Why are we shooting and killing each other? Why? This shit is by design. If y'all sitting up here thinking it ain't by design, first you get no. Let me tell you when you oppress people, people fucking get desperate. Okay? People get desperate. All these cities, Nashville, Orlando, fucking where Mickey Mouse is. Shooting and killing. And the black communities everywhere in the United States. So what is the problem? Why is when they have a mayor's convention, they have a governor's convention where all the mayors from around the country come together and they talk about different issues that affect their community. You think for 1 minute all the mayors from around the country come together and they don't talk about this issue and connect the dots? Well, damn, I got the same shit that everybody on here saying that is happening in my community. And what is the problem? The problem starts with what? They'll be sitting there listening to this shit. Oh, Luke out of control. No, fuck that. Y'all out of control. Sorry ass fucking politician. Y'all out of control because you know what you're doing. This is shit is by design. This is by design. If this was a lawsuit against the United States government and y'all might think about doing this, it would be a class action lawsuit. Do you know what a class action lawsuit is? It's when you do some devious shit to multiple people. When you do devious shit to multiple people. So in this case, you are running the same game plan on black people in the black community in every one of these cities that people post on here. That should be a fucking class action lawsuit. So most of us go in, well, I don't know what's going on in Georgia. Shit, it's just got to be Miami. So I'm going to move to Georgia. No, motherfucker. You're going to move to Georgia and they're going to be shooting and killing there too. But fuck it, I might move to Dallas. That shit looks good on TV when I see the Cowboys and the Mavericks playing. They show the beautiful shots and shit. And I'm going to go move to Dallas. No, motherfucker, they shooting and killing niggas the same way in Dallas. Oppression. You're right, Ellis. And it's at an all-time high. So we all sitting there thinking that we're living the dream, Martin Luther King, and we have overcome. It's all bullshit. Look at your social media. Instagram, Twitter. Instagram. This shit's all by design, buddies. The programming that they put on TV is black people buffoonery. You can't sell them no goddamn Bill Cosby show. They put his ass in jail. They don't want no shows about no beautiful black families doing beautiful things, coming up out of the hood, and then now they doing good. I'm here to tell you. That's what I do with a lot of TV now, and I try to sell those type of shows. Don't want that. Do you have some black people cussing out each other? Do you have some black women pulling the hair out of other black women? Do you have that kind of shit? Because we need to show that to these black kids coming up. That show will run for 20 fucking years because you know what? It's training the babies that are at 10 years old who ain't paying no attention to that shit. They're just training them when they get to 12 and 13. They're sitting there with the mama looking at that shit. They're training them to be acting like fucking animals and having no respect for each other. Now you fast forward to the education. What fucking education? Test. Ain't no test. George Bush family created the test. He started that shit off in Texas when he was the governor of Texas. Standardized testing. Him and his family created standardized testing. They brought it to Florida. They started selling that shit to all other states, making billions of dollars to public schools. You think they use the same shit testing that they're using in the private schools? Fuck no. The private schools are teaching you real, they have a real fucking curriculum. They have a real curriculum. Only testing that they're teaching, getting their students ready for is the ACT and the SAT, and that is what you need to score high to get to somebody's fucking university. Kids coming out of the public schools got to cram that shit down. They ain't even teaching nobody about fucking black history. Martin Luther King. That's it. So everybody want to know why the kids killing each other. Do the kids really know where they come from? Do the kids understand their heritage? Because when you know where you came from, you have a different type of respect for one another. When you are taught the history of where your people came from, it'll be real hard for you to put, you have to be a fucking savage to take the gun out and know and shoot up a family while they at a pool party. But you don't know your history, and they don't choose to teach history in African-American schools. Because if they taught history, they'll be taught, these kids will know about the Willie Lynch pen letter. Y'all don't hear me. So I don't get on this shit. I get all upset. I don't get on here. I should be on here every fucking week, twice a week. But then, hey, look, it gets deeper than fish grease. So everybody want to fucking cover this shit up of why kids are killing each other. Why kids are killing each other? Because they don't know their history. They don't know where they came from. They don't know what black people went through to put them where they're at right now, and they are not going to teach that history in school. They're not going to do that. They're going to test these motherfucking kids. And if you go to a private school, that ain't helping you neither, because they ain't finna teach you no black history in a fucking private school. It's not going to happen. Young lady was teaching black history at University of North Carolina. What happened? They fucking reprimanded her. Now she's teaching history at fucking Howard. If you know where you came from, let's do this. If a kid sat down and you taught the kid, if a kid sat there and you taught this kid about the Willie Lynch pen letter, if you taught this kid about real black history, where we came from, Harriet Tubman, we were enslaved, we were brought here on slave ships. The only people in America brought here on a fucking slave ship. Oh, they came and took the Indian shit, so we get them reparations, we get them all the shit to become millionaires in this country, but we did shit for black people. If you taught black people, if you taught black students the shit that African Americans went through. I took my kids on a college tour, and I called up the fucking Tuskegee coaches. Everybody always talking about, why you don't go to the black colleges? Well, you call the black college coaches. You can't get the motherfuckers on the phone. So I took it upon myself, and I say, bus driver, drive this motherfucker to Tuskegee. I can't get no coach on the phone, but we are going to take this busload of African-American kids to fucking Tuskegee University. They said, well, the universities are closed on Sunday. I said, I don't give a shit. Now, this is what I'm going to use, which I don't normally do. I'm going to use my little Uncle Luke name. We're going to pull up to the fucking gate of a closed down university, the most prestigious and historic university that I know of. And I love fucking FAMU. And I'm going to take my kids there. Pull up to the gate. The guard man said, you know, we closed. He said, oh, shit, Uncle Luke, oh, man, can I take a picture? I said, yeah, man, you got a picture, man. I just want to take my kids up in here, and I want them to see and read the statue of Booker T. Washington. I want them to see the grave site of George Washington Carver. Then when I pull out of here, I'm going to ride by and let them see the house. But I got to do this, my brother. And he allowed us to do that. Thank you, Jesus, for that, brother. Give him a raise. And we went up in there, and I told my kids about the difference between A.D. DuBose and fucking Booker T. Washington. And they saw the graveyard site. All these high schools are named Coconut Grove, George Washington Carver High School, Booker T. Washington High School, Overtown. And I asked my kids, how many of y'all know who Booker T. Washington is? How many of y'all know who George Washington Carver is? Not one fucking kid. And I got a busload of 3.5 GPA, 4.0 GPAs on the bus. Not one kid did not know the struggles that these individuals went through for African Americans. So people sit up here and these so-called fucking community leaders and all these fucks who run around bullshitting with their suits on and all that, bullshitting the system, should be ashamed of themselves. And you sitting up here, little on me, take the kids on the highway. And by the way, I call up all my African-American friends in the community, and I say, I'm taking the kids on a fucking college tour. They need to get out of Miami. They need to see some shit. We're going to go all around the country. We're going to stay in nice hotels. We're going to get them the good food and all that shit. They're going to go to these universities. They're going to tour them and they're going to see them, and it's going to open their mind up just like it did for me when I was a kid, when I was running around in a fucking gang and my mama sent my ass to D.C. with my fucking brother. Ask me how many Negroes donated. Ask me how many Negroes donated to the college tour, and ask me how many Cubans donated to the college tour. Ask me that. Ask me how many white people donated to the college tour. You don't want to hear that. To take some black kids on an educational trip so they can learn about their black history, and then get them in a situation where they can go do what they love do, which is football, and hopefully get them a scholarship. At the end of the trip, we added up how many kids got how many offers. You know what the total amount came up to? $2.5 million worth of scholarships. And you could count on one hand how many Negroes gave money to the motherfuckers, the cause. See, this is what I'm saying. What are we fighting for? Oh, we want to know how to stop the black on black crime. If you don't know about your history, you think your history is what you just saw on the motherfucking record, on the video. A lot of these kids are depressed. You come out of high school, what you gonna do now? You're 2.0 GPA. You ain't finna get accepted to nobody fucking college. You gotta go get a job. Where, McDonald's? $15 an hour? Cause I'm gonna go to the county, I'm gonna go to the city, I'm gonna go try to get all them jobs taken up. I got a criminal record because I was sitting in the car with my homeboys and they had a gun, so they charged all us with a gun. So now I got a charge on my motherfucking shit because they do that shit by design too. One gun, charge everybody in the car. I am living proof. Hello, me. So I ain't talking about some shit that I don't know. So when it's time to go work for the county or the city to get you a decent job with a pension and some fucking insurance, you can't do because you don't qualify. Because when you were 13 years old, you sitting in the car and you got charged with a motherfucking gun and you got withheld adjudication. And no, you can't get no shit sponged and all that. So now your ass got to go live the life of fucking crime. You got to get some money some kind of way. Why are they killing each other? Because we screwed them. We screwed them on education. Everybody, oh, the black, listen, heck of the bullshit. Black people, public schooling is a democratic thing. We should be hating the Republicans because the Republicans believe in charter schools and private schools. I tell you what, the fucking Pope got it right. They got a Christian school on every corner right now. Somerset Christian, Christian Academy, this Christian, that Christian, this one over here, all charter schools. Fall up under the Pope. Motherfuckers busting the seam down, getting good education, create their own curriculum. Create own curriculum. You should be fighting for several things, people. You should be fighting right the fuck now for a better curriculum, teaching Black history. Because if you know your history, if these kids knew what the forefathers have went through, they would become better citizens. Those kids who be out there protesting, them Black kids who be out there protesting because of systemic racism and all those are very educated kids, and they fucking know their history. That's why they take their ass out there to protest. They know the history of this country and how African Americans have gotten oppressed. Where did that come from? That came from fucking education. That's them knowing their history, knowing that this shit is a cycle, knowing that it is systemic, knowing that they selectively enforce the laws against us when knowing that. I had a fucking conversation with the government the other day. Oh, we're going to have a 125th year anniversary of the city of Miami. We're going to celebrate 125 years of the city of Miami. And the lady was appalled and sent me this document. And the document ain't had no Black people on it. Meanwhile, 130 African Americans was on the fucking charter, the original charter of the city of Miami. It was 300 people. 130 was African Americans. And they had us nowhere on the goddamn celebration. This is the shit I'm talking about. Because if you don't know your history, you won't know that African Americans built this motherfucker here. You won't know African Americans built Washington, D.C. African Americans built fucking up the whole country. And that's where we at with this shit. They got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Got everybody fooled, got these kids being depressed. Look at that shit. You think we really doing it big. They got the fucking apps and shit. Worst thing happened to us is integration. We live in their life and they live in a different type of life. They living by the laws of the land, and the laws of the land don't apply to us. So what has to happen then? You think you're a free Negro, but you really got invisible chains on you. You really are controlled, and 9 times out of 10, you are controlled by other Negroes. You know, free Black man. That's why the laws, those same laws that apply to them, don't apply to you. Fast forward, the people storming the goddamn Capitol. Ain't nobody, they ain't touched but one lady. That was by accident. Black Lives Matter protests, and people start burning shit up. Oh, they want to shoot tear gas. Oh, they want to shoot rubber bullets. Oh, they want to spray people down. Oh, they want to do all that shit. People having Black people having a peaceful protest downtown Miami. The fucking tanks come in. Get off. You are in violation of the law. You have to disperse immediately. We are the Miami-Dade County Police. Subjected to be arrested outside of the American Airlines Arena. Arrest them kids outside the Bayfront. Oh shit. Arrest them kids. Now, when their brothers and sisters who look like them and this police chief who look like them, y'all come on around here. We're gonna stand up to the police. We instead of standing in front of the people, they stand in front of the police car, the cars that's coming down the highway. Like this. Don't you fucking run this car over our protesting people. These are our people. The governor. Well, no, I didn't create the... No. Shoe fit. Shoe on the other foot. I support the protesters. Should I support the Cuban protesters? You goddamn right. Go block up the highway, protest, let the world know. Because when you do it on the sidewalk, you don't get the media coverage. I support peaceful protests. I support Black people protesting. I support Haitian people protesting. I support Asian people protesting, Cuban people protesting. Don't fucking get it twisted. But what's happening right now is our government is once again trying to put people against each other. Small-minded people will be like, them motherfucking Cubans could do what they want to do. The niggas could do what they want to do. They could. No. Don't let them do that. It's your government. It's your mayor. It's your fucking police chief. It's your mayor's police chief, and it's your fucking governor. They just got exposed, all of them. They're contradicting themselves right now. The tactics that they used against peaceful protesting Black and brown people, they are not using those same tactics against the people that look like them. It is what it is. Because that's their people. That's why they control the police department. That's why they the mayor of Miami and the mayor of fucking Dade County. That's why they the police chief of Miami. That's why they the police chief of Dade County, because they can do what the fuck they want to do. They run the fucking yard. Meanwhile, they get a few of you Negroes to sell the community out. They know they select a certain type of Negro to talk to, and they go back and tell the Black people to chill out. So Black people around here is immune to it. So I be chilling. I don't even get on this shit, get all revved up, because I be talking to people and I be saying this shit. Everybody get on. Oh, nobody, as long as we don't come together, God just keep giving us these signs that you Negroes should come together and be a force to reckon with. And until you come together, shit like this is going to continue happening to us. You go and take your ass out there and protest, they're going to shoot and kill our hands. They're going to run you over with the fucking shit. They're going to bring out the tanks like they did before. God, is this only God doing? He's making them contradict themselves. He's creating the double standards for the world to see. But what are you going to do? You're going to sit on your ass and just get on fucking Facebook and talk. And you're going to vote for the motherfuckers when they send some nigga in a suit. You're going to keep voting for these same old dead-ass politicians that ain't going to stand up for y'all. Somebody should be standing on the soapbox screaming and hollering. This is some bullshit. And police chief, you should be a fucking shame in your fucking self. Don't you ever fucking think about pulling no tanks out on no Black peaceful protesters. And fuck the governor. I looked at that the other day. I'm seriously, listen, I'm seriously thinking about running for governor. I'm seriously thinking about that. I can't lose. What can happen is for me to go and wake up the state of Florida, black community, black people, can't lose. And hopefully it'll trickle over to every other state. I'm talking about the hood. I ain't talking about these bougie niggas, because these bougie niggas is sellouts. These bougie Negroes will sell your ass to the fucking core. I'm talking about the hood. Talking about the hood. Look at the little black girls. Another contradiction that God just put on a national stage. Little black track girl. She smokes a fucking joint. She get tested before her races of qualifying. They could have disqualified her before the qualifying, but they wanted the money. So they let her run, knowing they were going to disqualify Olympics for smoking a fucking joint. Something that's legalized everywhere and legal in Oregon, where the qualification was, where the qualifying shit was. The weed is, I got the dog back there. Weed is legal in the goddamn, in the state where the qualifying was. How? Why would you, let's think about this. How do you have a rule where these young people worked all their life to get to this point, to qualify to go to the Olympics? You blow the doors off. But why? Let's move back. If there's a rule in place where marijuana is illegal to be found in your blood, why do you have, think about this, why do you have the qualifying in a state where marijuana is legal? That should be illegal. Think about that. How you gonna have the qualifying? How you gonna have the qualifying to be on the Olympic team in a state where marijuana is legal? If this is an illegal substance that can get you disqualified, shouldn't you have the goddamn qualifying in a state where marijuana is not legal? That'll make your whole argument and your shit pure. You had qualifying for the United States Olympic team in a state where the fucking weed is illegal, where it's legal. You could have did qualifying in the state of Florida. It's illegal. It's not legal. California is legal. It is illegal. Marijuana is illegal in the state of Florida. Still. You can say, okay, well, we're going to be we had to qualify in a state where the shit is. You went and did a qualifying in a state where the substance that the young lady was disqualified for, fucking legal. Ain't nobody said that. I look at all the little sports shows. You know why they disqualify her? She looked too much like us. She represents the majority of African American people. She represents majority of African American people. They want you to believe the majority of African American people look like the black people that they put on TV. Or they promote, or they put before your eyes. Nope. Majority of African American people don't carry themselves like Michael Strahan. Majority of African American people don't carry themselves like Gail. They want you to believe that. Majority of African American people don't look like the people you see on ESPN, the black people you see on there. No. Those are the controlled Negroes because they know they can't say what they really should be saying. Majority of African American people look like that young lady. Majority of African American people live below the poverty level. Majority of African American women got their hair blonde and blue and all that. They got their nails and they got the long eyelashes. There's only a small minority of bougie Negroes who look down on that. So they didn't want her to be the face of the Olympics. Not looking like that. Y'all remember until Serena got a goddamn white manager, they weren't giving her no fucking endorsement deals. Let me say it again. Serena, the world's greatest athlete, who's not getting no endorsement deals until she went over to the other side. Now she on every commercial. She got the white lady manager, all the white people. They put daddy to rest. They put his ass over to the side. You take your pro-black ass over there because daddy is a nigga. You go sit your ass over here, daddy. Because we need them to come in and cut the deals for us. I guarantee that little black girl ain't got that going on. She ain't sold her soul. So that they throw out the Olympics. And I'm gonna tell y'all who they gonna blow up. They're gonna find a black person who fit the mold as to what they want to sell to the rest of the world, like black people really doing good here in this country. That's what it's all about. You think black people live like Don Lemon? Fuck no. They put him on their TV. No. They're gonna sell y'all, which I think that I think the girl is talented, beautiful, athletic, educated, Harvard graduate. They're gonna sell y'all the other young lady. They want her to be the face of what you picture as African Americans in this country because you oppress us. They need the world to think it's all good because America had a bad run with Black Lives Matter and everything that's happened to us every day in every city of America. We are being oppressed and we're being treated like shit. So they don't need to sell the world. You're giving the bad people ammunition. This is what an African American looks like in America. Harvard graduate, very athletic, very articulate, very beautiful. No big eyelashes, no red and green hair. I'm not looking at no fucking Olympics. Fuck that. I ain't looking at that shit. I catch it on the fucking highlights. That's why I don't look at no Stephen A. Sellout ass Stephen A. I don't look at his sellout ass. I don't look at him at all. He can't. I ain't looking at nothing. I might fuck around and see a commercial and buy some shit that I saw advertised on that show. I don't fuck with him. So I'm living in this little world. Time for me to go. Not gonna have a drink because I don't even have a fucking haircut. My whole shit is throwed off. I probably said some wild shit on here that's gonna get me in a lot of trouble. Facebook that threw me off I don't know how many times. But I want to tell y'all, motherfucker say he ain't lying. You can't have me look at them Uncle Tom Negroes on there. I be looking for Jamel Hill. They threw her off because she said something about Trump. Get your fucking ass off. Then you got the little white girl, Rachel Nichols. She was speaking the truth. Rachel Nichols was speaking the truth. ESPN trying to get themselves together because black people know that they're full of shit and they got an issue with African American people because they know all the Negroes they got on the network is sellouts. So they put the pretty girl on there to do the show. But what Rachel Nichols did wrong was she said that lady wasn't, she insinuated that young lady wasn't qualified. No, she is overqualified. Maria is overqualified. I love me some fucking Maria. Maria is a professional at what she do. So ain't nobody did Maria no favors. Rachel is cool people, but no Rachel. They ain't did Maria no favor. You barred up the wrong tree. They ain't went and found no random black girl and made her the voice of the NBA finals. No. Maria is the real deal. Maria deserves everything that she is given. They should have put Maria at the fucking anchor, all that shit in the face of the network from the word go. I'll be on this bitch all night because I ain't been on here the longest. What y'all got to say? I love y'all. I talk about their ass all night, and they'll keep blackballing my ass like they've been blackballing my ass for the longest. Y'all got a question to ask me, y'all can ask it right now before I get off here. I got 200 and some people left. Don't do the star shit. I don't know about this star shit. Ask me a question. Fuck. Thank God I got good fucking hair. Because my barber, I'm fucking pissed off with him. I called his wife. Told her I'm liable to not fuck with her husband no more. Go find me another barber. Fuck this. Ain't gonna have me sitting up in no goddamn barbershop 2 o'clock in the morning, fucking up my life. All these bugs out here. Ask me a question. Ask me a question. I'll post it right on you. You just took everything out of my mouth. Hey, look here, man. Hey, look here. We all think alike. Unfortunately, we see the same shit. It ain't just me that see this shit. We all see the same fucking thing going on in this world. You're going to run for governor? I'm seriously thinking about it. This time, y'all can ask me some questions. Ask me what you want to ask. I'm with you on the Olympics. Fuck the Olympics. Yeah, I'm not looking at that shit. Y'all ain't finna sell me nothing or nobody. Okay, I got your vote. Ask me the questions. I got you. Congress, you think congressman would be better? If I run for Congress, that means I would have to get rid of the hat lady. That means I would have to run against Frederica Wilson. Y'all want me to run against Frederica Wilson? I mean, you know, could you contact Ice Cube, see what's going on with his contract, Black America? I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm gonna do? Mills, I'm gonna ask Ice Cube to come on here and tell y'all what's going on with his program. I'm gonna hit Ice Cube up and see if I can get him on here, which that wouldn't be a problem. The question, when you're running for governor, you have my vote, brother. Thank you. But now people gonna realize how much power they have. Just come together. You're right, Ernest. We need to realize how much power we got. All these bugs out there. It's time for me to go. We need to realize how much power. Democrats, Sanders, Florida campaign, socialist movement. They tricked Bernie. Poor Bernie, they tricked the shit out of him. Are you going to do a motion picture with the 2 Live Crew? I had a deal with Lionsgate, and I kind of backed up out of it because I just think it's important to do a scripted series because so much went on. You know, so much went on. I looked at I had scripts after scripts, and I was just like, every time I looked at a script, it was something else missing. And so I figured it would do a disjustice to my life story, Two Live Crew, Pitbull, um, JT Money, Trick Daddy, Luke Records, how I created the Southern hip hop. I think it'll do a disjustice to that if I just leave out all that stuff. Thank you for the night, real speaking. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart. How about you buy all these properties up in the hood and selling them for 2 to 3 times the price? Yeah, that's what's going on. That's why they allow the crime to happen in the hood. Crime happens in the hood because a good family who've been living there all their life, whose house been passed down to them, who ain't paying no mortgage, they're just paying the taxes. They allow the crime to run up and down the street, and then you then sell your house for 3 times as much, and you don't sell it to nobody that look like you. Sell it to some white person, some white person, some Jewish person, some Hispanic person, some law firm. They get that property. They remodel the house, and they don't let black people live in it. That's going on every day, all across the country. Unfortunately, that's what you call gentrification. Do you still coach college? No, I coach high school football, no college football. Nobody's saying nothing about the gas, you know. The gas keep going up. My homeboy just called me. He went to California to visit. He said the fucking gas damn near $4. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see y'all on Sunday night. Y'all tune in. I love y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the candid conversation. I'm gonna have some guests. I'm gonna go try to find Ice Cube. Bring him on here like I did Trick Daddy. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be safe this weekend. And remember, buy a book for a kid. Help him, expose him or her to different things in life and not just what they're selling. Y'all have a good night, good weekend. I'll see you on Sunday.